It's just about the end of June as we're recording this, and as we near the end of Pride Month, we also near the end, hopefully, of right-wing channels screeching about how Pride Month bad. Since we are still in Pride Month, though, we've still got plenty of that to deal with. So let's go ahead and get right into a video from a bunch of people who think they're prophets, I guess. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and do the fan art section. We have a piece that was done by Pumpkin Pie. They said they did this during a late stream. Hara hara, you fucking monsters. Because you are. Every one of you. Alright, with that said, let's go ahead and get right into this video from Prophecy Again TV. And if I seem a little slow today, it's because I'm doing this recording with a very upset stomach. Chat has already been upset at me that like an hour of my stream has been spent with me off screen. It's been bad. Okay. Let's go. Loading.
The month of June is known as LGBTQ Pride Month in America and around the world.
Yep.
And for some time now, there has been a push to normalize calling people by their preferred pronouns, which can be anything from he, it, they, or even Z.
Yeah.
But should everyone be forced to have to declare what pronouns they want others to refer to them as?
What? Hold on. Should everyone be forced to declare to others what they want them to declare themselves at? Wait, hold on. This is weird. 99% of the time, the talking point is, should you be forced to use somebody else's pronouns? This is different. This is, should you be forced to, as a person who wants other people to use your proper pronouns, tell other people your pronouns? I'm very confused. Let's see if maybe there's some context that can be salvaged from this.
And what does the Bible say on this subject? What hope does it leave with us?
All right, Dre, thanks so much for taking the time out to interview and speak with us here. Now, this month of June is, widely known as Gay Pride Month. And, what's becoming more popular and trendy nowadays is, people specifying what pronouns, they want people to use in order to identify themselves.
Here's an article that came out from CNN, and this is what the headline says: how to get people's pronouns right and what to do if you slip up. I want to ask you, what pronouns do you specifically use to identify yourself?
She, her.
What pronouns do you use to identify yourself with?
He, him, any masculine pronouns.
The reason why I ask is because, on Instagram, for instance, there is now a place to add the pronouns that you want to use for yourself.
And it says here,
okay,
Instagram launches a feature to let users add pronouns to their profile. Now,
okay, so wait, hold on. I'm curious. We are a minute and a half into the video. Is the issue that people are being asked to declare their pronouns? Because like it's no different than being asked to declare your name. Even if it's just a username, what do we refer to you as? Like that's it. That's as far as it goes. So in their world, you have to use the pronoun people assign to you. You get no say in how people refer to you. It feels weird because, like, taking the stance that, oh no, should people be forced to declare their pronouns? I don't think anybody's being forced to declare their pronouns at any point. Most people are pretty fucking happy to just be like, yeah, call me a dude. Yeah, just call me a girl. Yeah, call me this.
Says users can share up to 4 pronouns with the new feature, and they can be selected from a list of dozens of options, including, here's some of the pronouns they list: she, he, they, Z, V, and of course the list goes on. They have many others.
So Z, you mean Zay? I'm not the biggest proponent of neopronouns, but at the same time, I understand there are people who find utility in them. And if you were to ask those people, that is usually they. They or them, not Z.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
And my next question is, do you think that everyone, regardless of whether you're LGBT or not, should have to specify the pronouns that you want people to refer to you as?
Wait. This is about Instagram. Wait, hold on. Are you using an article from Instagram that is allowing people to put their pronouns in their bio to fabricate the straw man that there are people forcing you to use other to declare your pronouns? Wait, but the Instagram story has nothing to do with, like, reality. That has to do with a single environment on a single platform. Wait. I have to hear this again. Is this...
Yeah.
Okay.
And my next question is, do you think that everyone, regardless of whether you're LGBT or not, should have to specify the pronouns that you want people to refer to you as?
Regardless of what her answer is, regardless of what the answer is, this sounds so dishonest in the way it's being framed, because the example given is about a fucking website, and then the question being asked is such a stretched extrapolation from what that website showed.
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
I think that it is important that if you do voice a different opinion than what biologically you look like, you should voice that. I don't think it's necessary for everyone. I think it's okay to make assumptions sometimes, but it's always good to say, like, if you do go by a different what you're biologically, you should.
So do you think...
Wait, hold on. That one's weird, though. That one's... I don't agree with that take either. If you are... It doesn't matter if you're different or same as what you are biologically. Gender and sex are two separate things. They're two separate conversations. Secondly, isn't one of the biggest points that we try to talk... Because, like, I'm a cishet white guy, right? You know, despite what the anthropomorphized cat avatar would have you believe, typically, the argument goes that anyone who uses pronouns who's not trans helps normalize pronoun usage on social media for people who are trans. Like, it's just about normalization. If only people who are... If the dishonest question is going to be, should people have to declare their pronouns? And if the answer to that is, well, if you look different than what other people expect, then yes, you should. Doesn't that just paint a giant target on trans people's backs? Like, here's where I'm disagreeing with the speaker and also with the interviewees. Because that's a dumb fucking take.
That everyone should have to specify which gender they are and what pronouns to use when referring to themselves?
I don't, because he or she is universal. Not everybody knows who the Z's and Z's and...
Wait. No. He said your pronoun. Let's double check.
Pronouns to use when referring to themselves?
Yeah, pronoun. He just said pronouns. Just pronouns. He didn't say neo-pronouns. He didn't say whether or not you were a Z, they, them, etc. No, he just used pronouns. I'm sorry, everybody uses pronouns. This is just a function of the English language. Oh my god. Do people just hear pronouns now and automatically think trans? Is that what happens? Did we sink so far as a society where, like, the idea that a standard fucking thing used in the English language is exclusively held by, like, the woke left? Is that a thing that's started to happen? Just... Kana, thank you very much for redeeming your points for an hara hara. You fucking... yeah. This video makes me uncomfortable.
I don't, because he or she is universal. Not everybody knows who the Z's and Z's and the rest of it is.
Okay.
I don't agree with it, but I have to be okay with it type deal, but
What's there not to agree with? I mean, again, like, again, I'm not the biggest proponent of neopronoun usage. I feel like I've heard the two sides of the two bigger sides of the argument. One is that language is a form of is supposed to be a utility thing. So we try to, you know, lower the amount of words that we're using as possible. They, them is an umbrella term, etc. And then I've heard the other side that, like, certain people who are, say, neurodivergent, they interact with various sectors of society in such a different way, including gender, that sometimes the genders that we classically use don't necessarily fit their mold, because their mold and you know, a standard neurotypical mold might be so different. I understand those parts of the argument, but it feels weird to just be like, I'm not okay with pronoun usage. Like, just pronoun usage.
Don't get mad at me if I don't know.
Everyone is biologically male or female, so I think that making, you know, using her, him, or she, her is just kind of like a standard thing. Although I understand that other people might not identify with that, which is fine. And so I think if they specifically tell you, then you should use that respect.
All right, so you wouldn't agree, like, say for instance it was pushed on you forcibly, you know, would you go along with it? Like, if someone says, you know, I want you to call me by this pronoun. See, that's where it gets...
Wait, hold on. So that's a different question than the one that was asked before. This is the standard one.
It's complicated because...
How is it complicated? I know you're about to explain it. I know you're about to say it. But at the same time, I'm gonna have to already interrupt you. If somebody says, please refer to me as X, the argument, I will not refer to you as X, in most situations, there are exceptions. Like if somebody says, please refer to me as a space alien, well, you're not a fucking space alien. But those situations are incredibly rare. Typically, when somebody says, please refer to me as X, for you to take the stance that you will not refer to them as X, or that they are not X, is for you to basically pretend for a moment that you can read this person's mind, and that they are being dishonest with you. But that's not really the case. You can't read their mind. You don't know if they're being dishonest with you when they're saying, no, my name is Asha and my pronouns are she, her. You have no way of knowing that. So for purposes of social communication, unless you've got some super hard evidence this person's lying to you right now, then it's probably best to just go, yeah, no, okay, cool. You want me to refer to you as a dude? Neat. Like, that's not hard at all. Shark Nation says, the education system is so bad people don't understand the definition of pronouns and how they work. Yeah, no, it's just a basic fucking way to construct a sentence.
If I know you personally, yeah, I'll address you as whatever you want me to address you as, because I know you personally. If I don't know you and you're gonna call me transphobic for not calling you what you want me to call you, and I'm gonna call you he or she.
Now, wait, so if you hurt someone by misgendering them, because there is trauma attached to that, especially based on the amount of times this happens for somebody, the situation for the conversation. If you misgender someone, and then in you disrespecting them, they say you're transphobic, they call you a name because you disrespected them, now you are going to be indignant as a result of that. This is escalation theory to a fucking T. That's a silly fucking stance.
I like how you said it's okay for us to make assumptions sometimes, because that was my next point. You know, in life, it's really built off assumptions, in the sense of we make assumptions every day. So just as an example, if I see someone driving down the street and they're driving a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini, my assumption would be, okay, they have a lot of money, right? And most likely, I would probably be right in that assumption. If I see a toddler, I may guess the toddler's age. Okay, the toddler looks 2 or 3, you know, and I might be in that same ballpark. So, you know, we all make assumptions every day, and assumptions aren't necessarily bad. Not all the time. They can be, but not all the time bad.
Do you believe that it is wrong to assume that someone is a man or a woman based on their biological markers?
For instance, do you think it's wrong to assume what gender you think I am?
No, I don't.
Me right now,
Okay, so this is a weird one because in my experience with trans people, I am not trans, but I have many friends who are trans, and I have many acquaintances that I've met who are trans. I have never experienced a situation where I've assumed something and then gotten berated for it, shouted down for it. Now, maybe on, like, Twitter, you know, maybe in this place that is literally artificially designed to force us to come into conflict with one another due to the sparsity in which we have to speak on places like Twitter, maybe in that realm this happens more. But generally speaking, out and about in real life, if you get somebody's gender wrong, they'll usually just correct you. That's it. Like, that's generally as far as it goes. You say, you know, how's it going, my guy? And they go, no, actually, I'm a girl. And then boom, that's it. Like, that's as far as it goes. So this is kind of weird. How was the sentence structured one more time?
it's wrong to assume what gender you think I am.
Yeah, okay, so the it's wrong to assume thing. Again, we all make assumptions. This is a matter of utility. This is a matter of taking shorthand approaches, type 1 thinking approaches as we go through things. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with making those assumptions, but there is certainly something wrong when after you are corrected, you decide to be, well, more than a little stubborn about it. But again, there's a difference between these situations here. I don't think most people, correct me if I'm wrong on the comment section, but I don't think most people are going to get upset at you for assuming. I know that we've got like the huge meme from 2016, the whole, did you just assume my gender? Like, I know that meme is a thing, but I don't think in reality I've ever actually experienced that. Outside of the joke, I don't think I've ever legitimately experienced that situation. And I've operated with several freaking trans people. This is anecdotal. If you've got a different experience, let me know in the comment section below. But this is a weird question to me. It is. Catgirl Lily, thank you very much for redeeming your points for an owl. Owl.
No, I don't.
Me right now, I'm assuming you are a female based on your appearance, and I'm assuming you're a male. Do you think it's wrong to assume that?
I don't think it's wrong to assume that, in the sense if you do go by non-binary or anything like that, you would probably dress more like in the middle, I would say. I dress really feminine. I feel like I look really feminine. Therefore, I go by a feminine pronoun. So I think for me, it's okay for you to assume that. But if
So, the idea that all NBs probably dress androgynously is a little weird. I've met quite a few NBs, and, like, I've met AFAB NBs that dress incredibly femininely, and AFAB NBs that dress very masculinely. I don't think that being androgynous is necessarily like a precondition for just thinking somebody's an NB. That's not been my experience.
if I dress maybe a little bit more in the middle, maybe you would maybe want to ask, or if I'm introducing myself, maybe say something like that.
I guess it's presentation, you know. That's what makes us assume is how you present yourself. So most of the time I feel like it's, I don't know, it's pretty, usually it's obvious whether someone wants to be masculine or feminine, you know. So it's how you present yourself. I'm not gonna walk around in a skirt because I don't want to be called she, you know. So I think it has something to do with presentation.
And that's one of those gender norms that I think a lot of people actually want to break down. There are some men who are perfectly comfortable walking around in skirts, and there are some women who are perfectly comfortable walking around in jeans. Not that jeans has been a significantly male-coded thing for a while now anyway.
All right, got you. Now, in the English language, you know, the word they,
T-H-E-Y,
Is this going to be the they is plural thing? Please don't tell me this is going to be the they is plural thing.
refers to
more than one person. You know, that's well known in the English language.
Say it again, please. Make a fool of yourself one more time.
All right, got you, got you. Now, in the English language, you know, the word they,
THEY, refers to
more than one person. You know, that's well known in the English language.
Okay. So, the 15th century called, and it would like to inform you that the English language has had singular they in it for centuries. Absolute centuries. Even the King James Bible uses singular they in it. Oh my fucking god, I'm so tired of this bad talking point. Every single time somebody makes this talking point, my immediate thought is, holy shit, you are completely illiterate. Oh wow, my hood broke. There we go.
However, in the year 2019, Webster's dictionary actually updated the word they to include the non-binary pronoun among its definitions.
Yeah, in Webster's dictionary. However, again, singular they, and we've gone over this in another video. I believe it was the Candace Owens one, or the one classically Abby with Candace Owens. I think was the one it was, where we actually went into the fucking data about singular they and found that despite the fact that Merriam-Webster updated it to have they as a pronoun, it's actually, wait, hold on. There's a difference there. They as a pronoun and singular they are two different things. Singular they, this was a fun bait and switch. I can't believe that I almost missed it. A furry gamer, thank you for redeeming your stretch. But we almost missed that. We almost missed that. It's not singular they that was added here. It was they as a pronoun. Which, again, they as a pronoun is more recent in use. That is true. But they as a singular noun is not new. That's hundreds of years old. You said that Merriam-Webster recently added they as singular. At least that's what I think you said. My short-term memory is awful. But the point you're showing here doesn't show that. Singular they has been commonly accepted for ages.
Now a person can use the word they to refer to just one person. So in essence...
Yeah, no, you are making the point that apparently Webster's changed it so now... What is this linguistic prescriptivism shit? Webster's has to be like the end-all be-all of how we use the English language? No legitimate linguist is actually a fucking prescriptivist, dude.
If I wanted to, I could walk around and say, don't refer to me as him or his, but call me they, call me them, right? That's what happened in 2019 in the Webster's dictionary. So do you think that the entire English language should change, even English classes?
Does anybody want to tell him that the English language is constantly in flux? Does anyone want to tell him that the English language changes, like, literally constant, like, by the month, new words come into our common dialect? What? I am gonna do that drink, yes. Thank you very much for redeeming your hydrate, Wanda G. Like, there are several words in the English language that have only cropped up in the last decade. How about a few? In chat, give me an H if you know what I mean when I say the word yeet. Give me an H if you know what I mean when I say the word crunk. Give me an H if you know what I mean. You see where I'm going. You see where I'm going. Internet slang enters common parlance all the time. Blue Cat Shadow. Okay, so apparently Blue Cat Shadow doesn't know what crunk is. Maybe it's just that I grew up in a very interesting area. No, that means to get fucked up and drunk. Like you're getting high and drunk at the same time. But point is, the English language is constantly in flux. The narrative here is that trans people are so powerful, they are warping what we know of the English language as we speak. Merriam-Webster, God rest their soul, is literally rolling around in his grave right now as the trans society steps on the throats of English. But the reality is, language is changing all the time. This is one of the most ill-informed points that I have heard in a long time.
Just to accommodate the new pronouns and the new meanings of pronouns that are coming out from the LGBT community.
I think our society is evolutionizing, and I think it's
evolutionizing. Oh my god, I've got to use that one next time I cover fucking Ken Hovind or some shit. I'm gonna cover Discount Hovind, and I'm gonna say that his arguments are not evolutionizing.
It's important that we, keep up with things as they are being evolved, and I think it's okay if they want to change the dictionary to that word, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think languages naturally change over time.
Thank you!
So I don't really see an issue with that.
No, because we see the agenda that's pushing it.
The agenda. The agenda. What is the agenda? I have to know. I need to know. What is the agenda here? Because I hear this all the time, and it always boils down to they're trying to change the minds of your kids to accept them in society. And if that's all the fucking agenda is, then I don't care.
You know, like, if it was to specify or to be more specific about something.
That's exactly what it is. What?
Yeah, we make adjustments as we go, but I feel like that's kind of backtracking, if that makes any sense.
No, it doesn't. Thank you for recognizing that makes absolutely zero fucking sense.
Just to, can't accommodate everybody's feelings just because they want to be what they want to be.
I don't.
Can't accommodate everybody's feelings. Just because... Okay, cool. Then I can't accommodate your feelings. We're just going to call you a girl from now on, despite what you may tell me what your pronouns are, because, well, you were disrespectful. And if you wouldn't accept that argument, then I don't know why you used it 3 minutes earlier in the video.
I don't think they should change that for, classes and whatnot, because, yes, that is really confusing, and I think, like...
How? Wait, hold on. As the English language evolves, the English classes should not evolve. Do you, brain? Da Vinci Art, thank you very much for the follow. Also, just this is such a weird take.
It needs to be contextualized in the right manner.
Yeah, the manner is singular they has been used for hundreds of years. Therefore, its shift to a pronoun is perfectly natural. And as a result, people who do not identify as male or female and find themselves somewhere in the middle generally find that they is a perfectly acceptable pronoun. There's the context. Do you feel like girl? No. Do you feel like guy? No. What do you feel like? They. That's not actually complicated.
For, that purpose of, books and whatnot. And so I just think that changing that definition could make it too confusing.
But
how does it make... Wait, but changing the definition, like literally going into the dictionary and changing the definition, is in effect making it less confusing. By having a definition that people can look at and understand, it, by definition, makes things less confusing.
What's interesting is that, this whole ideal here is nothing new. The Bible tells us that there's nothing new under the sun. And what we're seeing right now is what we call the great controversy, the fight between good and evil. And when you look at it, there's only two powers in this world, Dre.
Wait. Pronouns are the great fight between good and evil? I'm gonna break my fucking neck.
There's either the power of Christ, the power of God, and the power of Satan and the devil. And what I want to share with you is the spiritual connotation to what we're seeing right now with this idea of pronouns, right?
I'm glad that my video is 30 minutes long before we get to the atheist part of the content.
Because in the Bible, there's an account in the book of Mark chapter 5 in which Jesus had an encounter with a man. And the Bible says that this man was demon possessed. All right, so let's dive into it here.
Is this where God, like, touches the guy and then just, like, rips a bunch of demons out of him and then, like, throws them into some pigs? Because I guess fuck the pigs? Is that gonna be this story? Where he yeets the guy's, like, demon soul into a bunch of pork?
We're gonna see how it ties into this word "they" and this.
No. No! No, you're not seriously about to do this! You're not... Can I make a prediction, chat? Can I make a prediction? Can I make a prediction, everybody? My prediction is that this dude is gonna take the guy possessed by bunches of demons to say that when people want to refer to themselves as multiple people, it's demons. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's my prediction.
Use of pronouns. And when he, meaning Jesus, was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit. So that would be a devil who's demon possessed.
You know, you think you're all right. Let's watch. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Of course, his buddy here. I think it's his buddy because he mentioned him like in the beginning of there. But he's just like taking it and running with it.
So notice the question now Jesus asked him, and the response the man gave. Look at verse 9. It says, and he asked him, Jesus, what is your name? So what's your name, all right? And he answered the demon-possessed man, saying, my name is Legion, for we are what?
Anybody who's trans in my audience and goes by they, them pronouns, when somebody asks you your pronouns, I want you to respond now. I am Legion. Every time you have sex with a non-binary person who uses they, them pronouns, it's a demon-infested orgy. We are many. Jesus Christ.
We are
Many.
We are many.
So let's put the pieces together. He's possessed by demons. Jesus asked him, what's his name? He says, my name is Legion, for we are many. So what pronouns today in English are used to identify more than one person or many people? We would say they or them, correct?
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So we could say that in essence, this man was going by the pronouns they and them. And he was possessed by
So the guy infected with demons apparently came out. Lyra Bird, thank you very much for the follow. But it apparently came out and said, hello, Jesus. Hold on.
Hello, Jesus. My name is Legion. My pronouns are they, them. Behold the end of days.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, can we not misgender the demon, I guess? The fucking they, them demon-possessed person. That's the angle. I did not expect that to be the angle. I expected some appeal to, like, Satan is aligned with the woke. I expected all kinds of shit. What I didn't expect was, we are Legion.
many demons. That's why he said that. Now, what are your thoughts just on that account?
I think that, I don't know the context of that, but I think he could also be going by, I am we with my group as well. Like, he's saying that.
Yeah, literally. He's not saying he's a they, them. He's saying that he's part of a group.
and I am one with my people, and so that could be another way of interpreting that. I'm an atheist personally, so I don't know much about the Bible, but that's another way to like look at it, I guess. So yeah.
I don't think we can take everything out of the Bible literally. I think a lot of it is figuratively. So it's not like, you know, the Bible is, I think a lot of it is meant to tell stories and is meant to be a teaching lesson. I don't think necessarily all of the things in the Bible are figurative. So I think you gotta take it with a grain of salt and, you know, really make your own assumptions about that.
Okay. Now, Jesus was and is a literal person who walked this earth, right?
And?
Yes.
So this is not him telling a story. Rather, this is actually an experience he had. He's actually walking.
Yeah. Can you accept that there are real people who walk today on this earth, and some of the stories they tell are either hyperbolic, exaggerations, or in some cases not meant to be taken wholly literally? Can you accept that? Also, Jesus did not write any of the books in the Bible. We still to this day don't know the original authors behind Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which is where you would find these stories. How is this a good point?
You know, and he sees a man who is demon possessed, someone who's possessed by demons, and he asks him, "What's your name?" And the guy says, "My name is Legion.
My pronouns."
For we are many. Now, the word legion is actually a word that was used back in old times among the Romans. It was a term that was used to describe little companies of their army. So a legion in the army would be like 3,000 to 6,000 soldiers.
I don't think anybody is confused over whether or not legion refers to a plural amount of people.
So in essence, this man was saying, I can't tell you my one name because there are 3,000 to 6,000 of us demons inside of this one man.
Yeah, maybe not exactly that many, but sure, I understand the logic. So you understand then, because you worded it that way, you intrinsically understand the difference between singular and plural they, right? You get it? Wait, okay, so hold on. Does anybody here Lord of the Rings fan? Anybody here remember, like, the fucking in The Hobbit, how, you know, these seven dwarves were considered or not seven dwarves, the fucking the dwarves were considered an army unto themselves, even though they were only like a company of what, 10? Something like that? Does everybody remember that? Because, like, by this logic, every single one of those dwarves was trans and they used they them pronouns. It created a manifestation of demons in them that allowed them the ability to fight as many. And if you don't believe me, remember that Tolkien was a Catholic. That is my headcanon now. Trans dwarves. It's the only way they gained that kind of power.
Right.
So what do you think?
I guess, like,
I think you're
don't
fucking crazy.
associate the people that are in modern society that go by they, them. I don't think they're demonic. I don't think that they are, you know, they don't have many spirits or unclean spirits, however you worded it. So I think that, you know, I think those are two different entities, I guess, is my final thoughts on that.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's just interesting how it kind of connects.
It does. It literally doesn't. It literally doesn't. This is Ray Comfort levels of manipulative.
Right?
Right. That is interesting.
No, it's not. Do not fall for this man's hogwash.
I don't really know what I think about that, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, of course you don't, because you literally got accosted on the street randomly, and nobody is to be expected to deal with bullshit of this level when they're just going out for a cup of coffee, which I still need, by the way. I had one earlier, but of course now my stomach hates me, and I would like more coffee, please.
It just kind of like shocks your brain, right?
It does.
Yeah, the level of stupidity does shock my
anyway,
brain.
I was using that just to, obviously, to get you to think and everything, because, again, I believe we're all influenced by either God or Satan. And so here's the crux of the matter, what I'm trying to say. I believe that as a Christian, all of us are sinners. I'm a sinner. you know, you're a sinner. And even those who practice the LGBT lifestyle are sinners. But the beauty of Jesus Christ is that
I like the implication there. Oh no, it's not that LGBTQ people are bad. It's that they're sinners, and you know, I'm a sinner too. So it's a fun little bit of deflection I hear a lot. Like, just say what you really feel.
in Matthew 1 verse 21 it says, "And his name shall be called Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins." If I save you from something, that means I'm pulling you out of it. I'm not saving you in it. I'm redeeming you from it. And so Jesus came to call us out of, you know, that lifestyle. He came to call, you know, cheaters out of cheating. Those who fornicate out of fornicating. Those who lie out of lying. You see what I'm saying? That's the message.
So when is he gonna call you up, bud? Just curious.
Of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and it's for all of us. It doesn't matter what sexual orientation you identify as, but in order for us to receive that power, we first have to surrender and say, Lord, I need your help, you know?
Can we not receive power from Jesus? Like, okay, me and Xander Hall just went over the whole story of Samson in a different video, and I'm fairly certain that the last thing I want in my living life is the power of Jesus bestowed on me, because I would like to be able to bathe and also shave.
I can't do this on my own, but you came to save me and to give me the power, and so I'm asking you to live your life within me. Do you believe in that?
Yes.
The main point that for you two, you know, is that allow Jesus to be head of your life. I know you said you're atheist, but if you just pray to him and say, Lord, reveal yourself to me.
Please convert yourself to my religion, oh well.
He will. And it may not be in the way that you think, but it will be in a way that you can be confirmed. All right, this is God. And one of the most powerful ways is through his word.
Smile and nod.
I will let you two go, and I'm going to leave you with a gift here, just some thoughts to meditate on.
Oh
you all have a good rest of your day, and I thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And if you would like to...
Why am I never accosted by these kinds of people? When I go out, and I go out to the square with Growlithe, or when I go to the dog park, or, you know, when I go to the card shop, why do I not get accosted by these people? Dude, I would have so much fucking fun. Why am I... Why does this not happen to me when I go out? I'm gonna go to fucking... What the fuck is it? I'm gonna go to Piedmont Park. And I'm gonna just, like, walk around and hope that some random fucking TV apologist accosts me, because I want to have fun that day. I want to do that. Can we please do that? That'd be neat. It'd be one of those, like, go out every day and hope the evangelicals try to snipe you.
To go back and look at that account, just look up Mark chapter 5. It's like the first verses, I would say from about verse 1 to 15 or so, okay? Just read that account. Very interesting.
Right, yeah, I'll do that. That is actually really interesting.
Yeah, it's not very interesting, though, because if it were interesting... Oh my god, this panoramic looks so fucked up. I'll show you guys here in just a second. But it's not interesting. You're having to interject that it's interesting. Just... I have to ask... Bon Dairy, is there a way for my eyes to move independently through VC Face? Because, like, I really want to give the stink eye right now, but the most I can do is just... anger face. But, like, I want to be able to give stink eye, but I don't think I can do that. I didn't see an option for that.
So what are your thoughts on the connection there with the scripture? Do you see the connection?
I do. All right, I'm gonna give you my background. I grew up Seventh-day Adventist. We go to church on Saturday type deal. You know, we taught the same thing, good, bad. You know, there's only two sides of the spectrum. But I don't know. It's a sin. It's a sin. But I can't look.
Wait, what's a sin? Using a pronoun is a sin? Oh, please square that fucking hole for me.
Get someone being gay as a bigger sin than me, whatever sin I do, you know? So I see the relation, you know, these people they're saying they and them, like it's more than them, and I see the connection you're making.
They're not saying they're legion. They're not. Oh my god. His point is literally, In his mind, this is what an NB person is. I am non-binary.
I am non-binary. There are thousands of demons in my anus right now. I am perpetually having gay sex with the offspring of Satan.
Nobody, though. Nobody is legitimately believing this shit, though. Nobody.
Making with I guess the demonic presence there, you know, but I just had a beer, you know. I grew up, my mom would tell me I don't drink, you know. So what's the difference between, you know, the demon I had in the beer I just had and...
So you just admitted live on camera to deep-throating a demon through a beer bottle. If you don't accept that that's the analogy that I'm going to go to, then maybe don't call every sin a demon, which is a super fucking unbiblical take.
The demons these gay people have, you know?
And that's so profound, Jay, because, you know, what's interesting is that we here are also 70 Adventists as well, right? We're also, so I mean, it's...
It makes sense. Oh, it makes sense! It makes so much sense! For those who don't know, Pensacola Christian Academy was funded by the IFB and the Seventh-day Adventists. My background is a very weird one, because it comes from an awkward, quote, non-denominational combination of these two ideologies in a very young earth anti-science kind of way. That's how I grew up. It's always weird to me when I hear shit like this, and I'm just like, ah, now the crazy makes sense. I get it.
It's a small world, so you know. So I'm taken aback with you understanding the spiritual connotation to this, and you're so right. Again, you know what I mean.
You're right, Bunny Loaf. He didn't just deep throat the demon; he swallowed.
There's really when God looks at sin, yes, there's different levels and severities of sin, but sin is sin at the end of the day, right? And God looks at that as something that needs to be corrected. And you know, of course, there's sins, you know, that are more, you know.
So hold on, let me just say this right now. This is going to be a take, but I think it's actually a biblical take. Per the Bible, God is omnipresent. Per the Bible, God is he, him. So per the Bible, God hates gay people. This one is contested. I know the reason why it's not technically true, but let's go ahead and go with it, right? God is omnipresent. God is a dude. And God does not like gay people. Specifically, he doesn't like sodomy. If God is omnipresent, then he is perpetually, at all times of the day and night, sodomizing every single person on earth. If he is present everywhere, he is present directly in my butthole. God is sodomizing me right now. God is forcing me to commit a sin 24/7, and I don't even get to consent. The worst part about this type of sodomy, for me, it's gay. Because God's a dude. So, yeah, I think that's exactly what we're ending this video on. That's what I just see Liz in the chat. I do not consent. I didn't consent either, but here God is right behind me and in front of me and to my side. Huh. Man, I feel weird. Oh, God. Let God fill me up. Wondering, I'm trying to explain a game to a friend, and I just hear God is sodomizing you. And it was at that moment that Pernilla in the chat decided to follow. It was that moment right there that apparently convinced them that this is a channel worth following. What on God's green earth? Why? Okay, anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comment section of YouTube if you're watching over on YouTube when it goes up there. If you want to support this channel and what I do, then there's always Patreon and any of the various links in the description. They're all in a link tree. You can go there. As always, everyone, just remember, God is currently in your ass. So if you've got a stomach ache right now, it's because he just finished, and it's actually a cummy ache. Insert in the video tagline here.